Well, this is our regular segment, Mayor and Council One-on-One, and we're joined by Councilmember John Britton. John, thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Can you tell me where we are right now?
We are at the intersection of Baltimore and Stone Street behind me.
And we're here to talk about pedestrian safety.
That's correct.
And what can you tell us as far as kind of from a 10,000 feet perspective, how we're doing as a city pedestrian safety-wise?
Well, from a global perspective, before we start talking about what's behind us, I think Rockville does very well in focusing on pedestrian activities and bicycle access activities. We have a very robust sidewalk construction program, which is very important for pedestrian safety. We participate fully in the Safe Routes to School program, which includes building sidewalks, but other aspects as well, and that's in cooperation with the state. We have done a pretty comprehensive intersection survey. Again, very important component for pedestrian safety and bicycle access and safety. We adopted, I think 2 years ago, what's called Complete Streets. It's a holistic view of how you develop your streets and your properties to really give a look at pedestrian first activities. In other words, building something and viewing it from the point of view of pedestrian from the first analysis, and then figuring out how to get the cars through.
Wanted to know, John, if you could touch a little bit on the coordinated effort between the city, state, federal level when it comes to pedestrian safety. How important is that?
Well, it's very important because we have a number of county and state roads in our jurisdiction, and we absolutely need their cooperation in doing anything. If you want to change an intersection, if you want to change a traffic light, you have to get their approval and their permission. We're here again, as I mentioned, at the intersection of Baltimore and Stone Street, and I wanted to have Matt explain to us what we've done here at this intersection, which includes putting in a new crossing for pedestrians at this intersection for access to the metro, as well as using a whole new median to slow down traffic, put our street on a road diet, accommodate bikes, accommodate pedestrians, and allow for the efficient and safe flow of traffic. Matt, why don't we walk to what we call the pedestrian refuge area, and then we can explain more about this intersection.
Sure.
And while we're walking through, why don't you tell us about the crossing itself?
Sure. This crossing here is actually a stamped asphalt crosswalk. It's got a slight raise to it. So when cars are coming down the road here, it actually serves as a small speed bump. This whole intersection right here serves to slow the traffic and really encapsulates the Complete Streets project that we adopted 2 years ago. We have a start of a bike lane here, and we've narrowed the road to slow traffic and actually shorten the crossing distance for pedestrians so they can come to this center point here, wait for a chance in the traffic to make it across to the metro, and that really improves pedestrian safety.
Absolutely, and we call this a pedestrian refuge. I think we need to change some of our terminology and maybe change the focus to the cars slowing down or something like that. But this is an excellent example of what we are doing in the city on the engineering side of pedestrian safety. One last thing I'd like to mention that is an emerging concept in pedestrian safety is with the aging of our population, and that's happening here in Rockville and Montgomery County as well. We need to have particular focus on pedestrian safety because it's more of a safety issue to older Americans. As people slow down, they need better ways to cross streets and more time to cross streets. Matt, thank you again for joining us. Why don't we continue walking from our pedestrian refuge and take advantage of your great pedestrian crossing?